Israel is in the Middle East? Let's rephrase the question, shall we?
Okay, where is Israel located?
In the Middle East.
Yes, and where is the Middle East?
Look it on a map.
Do parts of the Middle East overlap with Asia?
Would you mind asking me an intelligent question, or...
If you look at it, it's really a matter of, do you go off of evidence, or you go off of your gut feeling and then say, I'm not wrong for going off my gut feeling?
I don't go off of gut feeling, I go by evidence.
Because it really sounds like you do.
I find this to be absolutely incredible, ladies.
Hey guys, how you doing this morning? Sorry about the late in. It's pretty early, actually, and I've had a couple of people comment to me, PM to me, say, hey Nick, when are you going to do a video in regards to this? So, you know, first of all, I honestly don't want to spend too much time with this, just because Happy Cabby is tearing himself down, really, through his own, well, I think Coughlin says it best in his video where he, what is it, The Happy Racist. Coughlin says it best, where this one YouTuber pretends to be angry and is not, and where he thinks, in his view, Cabby pretends to be happy and is not. Coughlin, you nailed it! You nailed it! And, as much as I disagree with you, I have to acknowledge and appreciate your introspection on this subject. I mean, I gotta tell you, you know, it's like, people want to say what they want about me, that's fine, whatever. Now they're finally realizing that I told the truth. That I was honest when I was talking about Happy Cabby. Let's look at some of the other stuff that we have concerns about, though. Where is it? Mr. Jack Sparrow, one of my, well, I'm not sure if it would be fair to call him a supporter. Maybe I mean, definitely he supports the truth. I mean, he does seem to be a man of character. So, he says over here in this video that I showed you on my phone over here, he says in the video, Spike alleged Happy Cabby was so obese that he couldn't see the toilet in front of him. And he didn't deny this. He didn't really say much except bitch about Spike not cleaning that up. What is Happy Cabby? Some kind of child? He can't clean up after himself. That's fucking ridiculous. Sherry goes on here, on and on, trying to defend Happy Cabby. She says, Corky didn't do shit but make a mess, surf the web and sleep. That's actually not true. But, you know, Sherry's a diehard Happy Cabby fan, and, you know, for whatever reason. Let's see, what's this video here is, this video on the, phone is, Happy Cabby When Good Guys Go Bad, uploaded by Mr. Jack Sparrow. Obviously, I mean, he's got in this video, clips of my video where I talk about Happy Cabby's mess, where I show a bathroom. Basically, what Happy Cabby would do is he would eat a lot of really bad food, and then to be vegetarian, he would eat a half a bag of beans or whatever. I mean, there was splatter, and I've said this in a comment to somebody else, a couple of people. But yeah, I mean, it's when somebody that obese eats the way he does, there's going to be splatter on the toilet seat, on the back of the toilet, sometimes even on the floor and the side of the tub. That's how bad it was. As far as clean, let's see. Story goes on and on about some of this shit. And one of the things I'm going to do, because I don't want to go over all this again, because, I mean, I could make a 20-minute video about all the things that I did to help Happy Cabby, to clean for Happy Cabby, to take care of his, help him out with his sores and whatnot. You know, it's like, where do I, you know, what point am I going to be able to make, which is going to basically, you know, seal the deal for some of you that Happy Cabby is not the victim that he claims to be. You know, every day I would clean. And you're talking about a guy who, Happy Cabby, at all hours of the day, except when he went to work or went to Walmart or whatever to buy more pie, he'd walk around without pants. I mean, there were times when I would see actual shit dripping down his leg. I would say, Cabby, you've got shit dripping down your leg. Please go to the bathroom and wipe yourself off. He'd be like, oh, I can't reach back there. I mean, there were times when I was this close to having to wipe his ass for him. I mean, I was cleaning every day. As far as the floor, urine on it, that was a daily thing. That was a daily thing of me putting on latex gloves, mopping up urine, putting the stuff into a bag, walking it out to a dumpster, tossing it into the dumpster. Me mopping, me doing everything I could to keep that bathroom clean, because I had to share a bathroom with him. There were times when it stunk so bad and it was so filthy after he'd get done using it that I'd have to go ahead and walk a block to the 7-Eleven or whatever to use their restroom, because it was actually cleaner than the one he was using in our apartment. It was like, oh! I mean, you know, here, I guess here's the. I mean, I could talk about how I took care of his sores, and I helped him when he was bedridden with bed sores and all this other shit. He had these open wounds around his inner thighs, around his genitals, and his butt crack, and all this. I mean, I went to the pharmacy. I remember it was like a really hot day in summer. It was in Arizona, of course, Phoenix. I took a bus to the CVS. I talked to the pharmacist, because I knew, because like most of the other ones were closed. Went to the pharmacist, I asked the pharmacist in graphic detail. I just went ahead and said, I'm a caregiver. And I've been hired to care for this guy, and I'm not sure what to do about this. He's telling me to put this stuff on him, but I know I don't, it doesn't seem like the best stuff. Pharmacist was, yeah, this is the last thing you should be putting on him. I spent $50 of what little money I had left on medication for him, latex gloves, everything that I could get in order to take care of him. And I took care of him. And you can sit there and say, I mean, here's the thing. That's one reason why I was so upset by his betrayal. How do you show that kind of kindness to somebody and then have them turn around and just fucking, when they're done with you, it still kind of hurts. It really does, because it's like, part of me wonders, did I do that for him because I was being kind, or was it because my self-esteem was so low that I just, because, I mean, what other man would have put up with that? Honestly, what other man would have lowered himself to be somebody's caregiver, somebody's cleaning lady, somebody's damn near his mother? I mean, what other man would have done that? I mean, most other men, the minute they see their male roommate walking around without his fucking pants on, they're going, oh, hold it, I would tell him, put some fucking pants on. I can't, I'm too fat, I can't. And I'd be like, well, stop sucking down the Walmart pie. He'd come home from his fucking work and he'd have 3 fucking Walmart pies, and I'd be like, dude! And I mean, he'd yell at me for reminding him about his diet and shit. I mean, it's like, honestly, the only reason I stayed as long as I did is I didn't have anywhere else to fucking go. And I tried to make the best of a bad situation. You know, and I mean, I told him, I said, I want to pay part of the rent. He said, no, he didn't want me to. It's funny because, you know, he'd get angry at me for not, he'd get angry at me for basically saying, I want to put my name on the lease, I want to pay rent. He'd get upset with me. And then when I didn't want to pay, go to acting classes or whatever, he'd be upset. So it's funny because he would encourage me to not give him money for rent. He would encourage me to spend it all on fucking acting classes. But then, when he lost his fucking job and there was no income, and my unemployment was gone, I lost my unemployment, I think, to a couple of trolls or something, called, I mean, it was a whole big mess. And what's funny is, you know, me and Happy Cabby didn't have anybody supporting him or I. I thought we were friends. I thought we were going to help each other out. But the minute that he saw that he could make nice with the trolls, if he fucking threw me under the bus, he did it without a fucking second's thought. I mean, do you know what it's like to put on latex gloves and take a cotton swab and actually sit there and dab antibiotic on some guy's fucking bleeding bed sores that are right next to his fucking dick? Do you know what that feels like? Do you know how disgusting it was? I did it out of kindness. That meant nothing to him. That meant nothing to him. You can say, well, you know, he's getting karma back now because everybody's turning their back on him. Well, I mean, my reputation's been ruined by him and his fans. And I don't know. It's just, I need to put this stuff behind me so I can move on with my life and make my life meaningful. Because, if I don't, then, you know, then what good is it? What good is life if I'm not actually trying to have a purpose? And I know that my life is difficult enough without having to carry 300 pounds of blubber known as Happy Cabby on my back and in my mind. Cabby, you hurt me. You hurt me with your betrayal. That's why I can't feel sorry for you. That's why I can't feel hate for you. All I can do is just stare in horror and say, what a tragedy. And I can tell you this much. I'm not going to let my life turn into that. So to all you who want to keep fighting with Happy Cabby and exposing him for the person that he actually is, and not the person he pretends to be, Coughlin nailed it. Coughlin nailed it. And to all the rest of you, have fun.